Hey, I'm Rose Cawley, co-founder of The Creatives, a branding and web agency based in New Zealand. We craft unforgettable brands and build no-code websites that don't just function, they wow. Today I'm going to walk you through building a Squarespace site with me. I'm going to start with the Achromatic template, which is a great base for the business I'm working on, which is a tattoo and piercing company or studio. So I'm just going to go and get started with the template. It's a great base to work from. I always like to load in my assets at the start, so my logos and photo assets that I have. I just find that this is really helpful and saves me going through finding files as I'm going and working. Then I also am going to go and change my favicon because nothing irks me more than a site that's been built and the favicon hasn't been updated or changed, customized. Then I'm going to go through and just edit the site header. So I'm going to jump into the template. And now we should be good to go. So we're going to jump in. I'm going to start with adjusting my section to full screen, and then bringing those gaps nice and tight together, just so I've got a little bit more flexibility in the design that I'm going to pull together. So I'm going to edit the section. I'm going to remove the background for now. Just so it has a very different look and feel, very custom feel. So I'm going to kind of come in and I'm going to harness the power of shape. You can actually do so much with shapes to give a really modern, different feel, but also it's just so simple to do. So it can be a really powerful kind of tool to lean on. So I'm just setting up this kind of length that I want of the shape. And then what I'm actually going to come do is come down, change the color on it, and I'm going to put a drop shadow on it. And then I'm just going to play around with the angle and the distance and the blur of this drop shadow to get a different kind of like feel and kind of just create some kind of fun depth to it. Next is add another block in. I'm going to utilize shapes again. This time I'm going to go through and change the shape to a circle. I'm going to change the color to my brown, and then I'm going to make sure I turn the stretch off. I'm going to take this right down, and I'm just going to pop this in between my shape or line that I've created here. So it sits in the middle. I'm going to make sure it's at the front. And then add a line as well that's going to start through it. And I'm just going to take that across to the start. I'm going to just duplicate this on the other side. I quite find when I have elements that I like that I'm going to use again, it's just so nice to be able to just duplicate them. It really speeds everything up. And then I'm going to align my text to the other side so it feels really balanced. And then change that text out. Oh, I forgot the italicized, so now it's balanced. All right, so I'm going to bring these kind of key information points up to the top so that they're visible on top of my other shape that I had there. So extend that down so that they're in the middle. And then do the same with the other two. I'm just going to bring those all down to paragraph 3, just so that they feel a little bit smaller, a little bit secondary to the user when they're coming onto that homepage. And so now I'm just going to add on a kind of pin element. I really enjoyed playing with this kind of native feature on Squarespace to add a little bit of interest to your builds, something that gives it a bit more of a custom feel. So now when you scroll, that ball will kind of like track down with you. So I'm just going to go and change the background section color so it's more in line with what I'm wanting here. So now that I've got that border showing up, I'm going to go in and add my scheduling. So I've set the scheduler up using the Squarespace scheduler. And so I'm just going to go in and select my appointment type to potato half day. And then that's going to just pull straight on through, making it super simple, super easy to do. So now I'm going to add the next section, which is a FAQ. So I'm going to utilize the template under the About section and select one of the FAQ options from there. So just going to do a once over, checking all my elements are in there as I anticipated they would be. Oh, I'm quite happy with that. So now let's have a look through, see how the site came together. So we've got that cool section that we've created with those layers and pin items to give it a really point of difference. We've got our nice little drop downs for our bios. We've got the ability to go through and book straight there on that homepage, utilizing the form fields that we created and that patient history form, as well as the terms and conditions. We've got our FAQs, which is a save section that we've used across the site. And we've got our products, as well as our cool little footer.
Thanks for joining my site showcase. Enjoy the rest of Circle Day.